Hi guys, this is Mariam from We Don't Care TV, and I'm sitting here with Shinedown.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm
Why
great.
don't you care?
I care a lot actually,
Good. You should.
especially about the music industry and the bands out there.
Fair enough.
Very important. So, you just played a show. Thank you for coming to Rock in Vienna. It was awesome seeing you on stage. It was, for me, it was the first time. Such an energy. How did you feel? How do you feel? How did you like the show yourself?
We had a great time. The crowd was great. It was too short. It's hard for us to play such short sets after 5 records. So you try to pick songs and hope it works. And it's a pretty heavy festival as far as music goes. So we picked some of our harder songs, but we had a great time.
Who is picking the set list?
We all do. It's kind of a democracy. Brent and Zach tend to do it most, which is singer and guitar player. But we all have input. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you brought an album out which is called Threat to Survival in September last year.
Yeah.
Yes. Then now I've seen a short film from. Sorry, asking for it.
Yeah.
Can you tell me something about it? It's like, there is a myth for the glory of being a band and a rock band. What are the downsides of being a rock band?
It's not what you saw on TV. Growing up, I was in a Motley Crue and even Iron Maiden, which I'm excited to see today. You think it's the big party and everything else. It's not. It's a business. It's work. And the most fun you have is the hour and a half you're on stage. After that, it's a lot of work. We do a lot of interviews, such as this. There's a lot of travel, a lack of sleep. It's a hard job, and it's not for everybody. You're never home. I have a wife and kid at home that I see not nearly enough. We're gone, when we're touring, we're gone well over 200 days out of the year. And that's not easy for a lot of people. But I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's the best.
Did they join you too on the tour once?
No, they'll come for a couple days here and there, but schools.
Not the whole tour, but some shows.
A couple here and there, but there's school and everything else, and a house to take care of and everything else. So, no, not nearly as much as you'd like, but that's what I signed up for, and it's because it's a passion and because you love to play and because you're a musician. I get to do this, so there's no complaints.
A little bit of fame is in it as well.
Some. I still go shop for my own groceries and do everything like a normal person, do all my yard work when I'm home. So we try to keep humble as a band. We don't want to be rock stars. That's not who we are. We're just musicians that have a good time playing.
I heard workout is very important for you, especially before the band. What's your workout routine?
Every show day, we work out as a band for the most part. Zach tends to skip out a lot, but he's young, so he can. We do Insanity, which I don't know if you guys have that over here, but it's just a workout routine where you don't need weights or equipment. It's all body weight and a lot of cardio and things like that. It helps get ready for the show. It warms you up, it gets you going, and it's something we do as a band. It's something that's fun to do, and we're not getting any younger. We're going to stay in shape.
So you do it together then?
Yeah, absolutely. We did it today in that little dressing room over there. Probably annoyed all our neighbors. But it's what we do. It's part of it.
About the video again, who are the kids?
They were random kids that were just selected because they kind of look like us. They were really sweet and really cool. But yeah, they were just random kids that it was Los Angeles, so everybody has a headshot, and I want my kid in the movies. So we found them, and it was a lot of fun. They were really sweet.
I love the photographer.
That's actually Darren. He's the one that did the video. He's our video director. He's done all of our videos pretty much since Devour on Sound of Madness. He's been with us a long time, so that is actually his personality. He is that insane at all times.
I'd love to see him working.
He's hilarious, and he's got more energy than all of us put together.
You're touring for a very long time, since I think 20 years now or so. What did change in these 20 years?
I think we're a lot more stable now. We're not kids anymore touring, early 20s. It's nice to see. I've always, they call me Grandpa. I've always been the stable one, but it's nice to see my singer actually take care of himself and not be a complete drug addict. Which is, I'm not saying anything that people don't know. He was a train wreck. I used to have to check on him in his bunk at 5 o'clock in the morning to make sure he was still breathing. So it's nice to be somewhere where we're a team now, instead of everybody infighting and on a mission to just be a better band, instead of on a mission to burn out and fade out like some bands can.
So you evolve.
Yeah, you grow up.
Yes.
We're adults. You got to grow up eventually, but you have fun and try to act like a kid on stage. I use a lot of oil of Olay to hide my wrinkles. I'm not getting any younger.
Can you tell me about the work with Five Finger Death Punch?
It's fun. We get along with those guys. We're both fans of each other, and we've done some shows together over the past, and they've been asking us a million times to do a tour with them, and we've always said no because they sell so much merchandise, and we can't keep up with them because they have their, they're almost like, in a way, and it's a far reach because Iron Maiden is a legacy, but like Iron Maiden, they have their characters. They just sell all the merchandise in the world. We're like, we don't want to tour with you guys because we'll never sell a piece of merchandise, and that's how we pay for our buses and everything else. Finally, they talked us into it. But it's going to be fun because we're two different bands. They're a metal band. We're a rock and roll band. And bringing those two crowds together is going to be cool. We did some shows with them recently, and it was funny because you could see the guys brought their girlfriends out. So all the girlfriends were singing our songs, and all the guys were looking at us like, I can't wait till they're done. When's Five Finger coming on? I can't wait. And then when Five Finger come on, all the guys were having a good time, and the girls were sitting there going, I can't believe my boyfriend loves this. This is, so it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a fun tour, and we get along, so who cares?
And you get to see like different kind of crowds. For every person, another band is like the hero, more or less. But I think it's something for everybody.
Yeah, and we're both popular bands, so if you enjoy music, why not?
So many people, so many great artists passed away recently, like of course Lemmy Kilmister.
Yeah.
We'll miss you. And
Prince,
who
Bowie.
Yeah, Prince, Bowie. Who do you miss the most?
That's a tough question. I mean, they're all so influential in different ways. Probably for me, Prince. I'm a big Prince fan, and rhythmically, being a drummer, his just had a vibe and a feel that blew me away. And it's a senseless death. It sucks. It's unfortunate. Lemmy got to live a really good long life. He was a little bit older. Bowie and Prince died too young. They were just too young. They had so much more to give. So you never know when your number is going to be called. At least they got to leave a legacy. All three of them. They got to leave a legacy. People will remember them for the end of time. That's something special.
What's your favorite Prince song?
Oh, jeez. That's not fair.
All of them.
all of them. When Doves Cry, probably. Yeah.
How many times have you seen him live performing?
Only once, and that was when he was doing the Rave Until the Dawn Fantastic Tour back in 2000. It was the whole Millennium thing, and it was one of the best shows I ever saw in Tampa, Florida. It was really cool. He had a marching band lead him onto stage through the crowd, and it was really neat. It's pretty, I hear a lot of stories about him. My drum tech actually worked for him for a very long time, so I've got a lot of backstories and other things that I can't share, but his legacy will live on. He was amazing.
Yeah. I got the chance to see him once in Vienna, and it was awesome. It was just weird because, no mobile phone, no camera were allowed, so it was the first time seeing it, but the show itself, it was awesome.
I wish we could do that. I wish we could get rid of all the cameras and the phones, because the shows are an experience. Remember it here. You don't need this. It's so frustrating nowadays and I guess I'm showing my age, but to see everybody holding up their phones, I hate it. It drives me crazy. Just watch the show and tell your friends about it.
There are a lot of photographers like me, so just take these kind of pictures and enjoy the show.
Yeah, first 3 songs, photographers come out, take pictures. That's cool. You want that because there has to be a memory in you, and you're in the media, so you have to show it. But the whole show, I've seen some people the whole show, they have extra batteries and they're just filming it on their iPhone and not having a good time, and they're in the front row and they're just doing this the whole time. That's ridiculous. Why are you there? You can watch it on YouTube if you're going to do that.
Yeah, it's true. For bands who are just starting out, what advice would you give them?
Get a real job. Good luck. You know, it's a different time. The biggest thing is remember, yes, music is fun. You're a musician. Write songs that you feel, no matter what. Write songs that you feel. You got to write for yourself first before you write for your fans. And then it's a business. It's work. It's a business. It is a party. Sometimes you can have a great time. Don't be afraid to go to the bar and let loose. Don't be afraid to let loose occasionally after a show. But it's a business. Watch your ass. Get the right support, whether it be a label or management or accountants. But there's snakes out there, and they will get you. So, be smart about it. Be intelligent. If it's what you want to do for a career, it's a career, and every career is business first. And then sometimes the music becomes second, but if you want to stick around, you better watch it.
Very good advice. I think it is very hard for bands to start out. You have to have a really good idea. You have to be like, some bands can go out because they have this kind of image. They can like just play and they're awesome. Mm-hmm. For example, like Slayer, they just stand there and they're just awesome. And some bands, they're jumping around and running around. So you have to find your way how to impress the crowd, I would say.
Absolutely. And every band has a thing. If you're being yourself on stage, no matter what, if you're standing there or not, it's going to translate to the crowd. We tend to be a pretty high energy band. Some bands stand there like Slayer. That's okay, as long as you're being true to your music. That's the most important.
Okay. If your band is a movie, which movie would it be, and which character would every of you be?
I have no idea. I don't know. Fear and Loathing, and Brent would. Brent would be the lead, and I'd just be some secondary guy driving the car or something, probably. It's been a trip.
Thank you for having you. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much for the interview. Again, great show. Hope seeing you again, and have a great time. Do you have a message for the fans out there?
Sure. Thank you. That's all I can say is thank you. We'll be back. Keep supporting us, and we'll keep supporting you. Just thanks for being here for us. That's why we're here.
Support Shinedown, and of course, don't forget to subscribe, to tune in on our Facebook page, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter. And thank you for tuning in. Bye.